What is going on, everybody? It's Starkler coming back at you with another Corporate Clash related video. And yes, this is me making a Toontown Corporate Clash video in 2026. And if you just want to know how long it's been, the last video that I posted in my channel was on July 12th of 2025. And that was just me rewatching the Kudos Manager compilation I made a long time ago. So it's been a really long time, very close to a year. But here I am today, right here, right now, making another video in 2026. And I want to say real quick that no, this isn't me like coming back to the game entirely and making more gameplay videos on it, because I still don't really have any interest in logging back on and doing anything else much. And truth be told, I'm not really missing out on anything, because not much has really been happening since 2025. So anyways, I wanted to talk about the Makeship plushies that Corporate Clash is doing. It's been a really long time since we've gotten any sort of merchandise for the game, and I really didn't think they were ever going to come back to Makeship and do any more merchandise, but they're doing it. So anyways, I'm just going to talk a little bit openly and freely about this. I don't really have like a script planned or anything, but I'm just going to talk about it. So they decided to go back to Makeship, and they have brought forward the Rainmaker plushie and the Deep Diver as a keychain. Now, I'm not really too sure why they decided to make the Deep Diver a keychain, because the Deep Diver is a pretty big cog in the game, but when you put them both side by side, they're both like around the same size, pretty close. I'd say the Deep Diver is just a little bit smaller. But anyways, they have come forward with these two characters that have limited run campaigns, and these campaigns need to be funded and have at least 200 sold in order to have them go into production. And if I check the live page right now, it's let's see, the Rainmaker is at 186 sold within the first 12 hours, almost 12 hours, which is insanely impressive. And then the Deep Diver is at 133, which, you know, the Rainmaker is $30, and then the Deep Diver is $15.99, so like $16 US dollars, so to speak. So even though the Deep Diver keychain costs less, it's not doing as good as the Rainmaker, but I know a lot of people wanted the Rainmaker to become a plushie over time. One thing I have to say is that by them choosing to make a plushie for the Rainmaker and the Deep Diver, it now makes it so they have done plushies for all of the cog types in the game, all 5 to be specific. They started with the Duck Shuffler, which is a cash bot, and then after that they did the Fire Starter, which is a boss bot, alongside the Pace Setter, which is a sell bot. And then the Rainmaker is a law bot, and then the Deep Diver is a board bot. So at least they've done all 5 of the cog types, which is pretty nice. I think that's really cool that they did that. And you know what? I like the designs. I think the designs look pretty good. The Rainmaker is based off her updated design and not her older, like, Lawbot design, so to speak, where she wore like the more standard blue suit. This is kind of like the darker black colored like trench coat, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. And then the Deep Diver just looks, you know, with the limitations of it being smaller and a keychain, I'd say it still looks a lot like the Deep Diver you see in game. But anyways, for the campaign, there is going to be some stretch goals as well as a charity. The charity, it's called Sea Turtle Incorporated. That's what it is. So it's basically a charity that has to do with providing education for people that want to know more about sea turtles from the looks of it, medical care for the turtles, conservation for the turtles, research, etc., etc. So that's where all the profits are going to go to, which totally makes sense because this is like aquatic themed, like cogs, because they both take place in I don't even know what the playground is called. It's not Donald's Dock. It's like something dock. I can't even remember. It's been so long since I played this game. That's where the proceeds are going to go towards, which is pretty cool. I think it's a nice charity to donate the money to, just knowing that it's going to a good cause by doing this. And then they did post some stretch goals for the collective sales. Yeah, so if you get 400, you get a backstage blog post. And then if you get 600, there's the Deep Diver and Rainmaker web asset pack. That's pretty cool. If you get 800 units sold across both of them, we get a Deep Diver and Rainmaker. It says animatic? Wait, animatic. I'm assuming that's like some type of animation or something that we'll get, or maybe like a comic. And then if 100 units sell, we'll get a Deep Diver and Rainmaker Lo-Fi Beats headset, or no, Lo-Fi Beats playlist with unique music tracks. Okay, that sounds interesting. Let's see. And of course, they'll be tracking updates with the milestones if anything new happens, etc. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much all I have to say for that. I think the only thing I really have left to just talk about is like the prices of the plushies with Makeship, because they have gotten really expensive over time. This is more of just like a general statement I have regarding Makeship. Like, when I bought the Gamma plush from Wizard 101 back in 2021, I think that was, the grand total for that was like $25.99 for the plushie combined with the shipping, so not too bad for a limited time campaign. And now these plushies, you know, like, even though they still have like the more standard price, like the Rainmaker is $30, the Deep Diver is $16, like the shipping is super expensive because it's like $20 for the shipping plus the taxes, which is like another $5. And I know that a lot of this is because of tariffs. Specifically, the tariffs is what they've given statements on, and now everything is just so crazy expensive for like anything overseas. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about it. It's not Corporate Clash's fault, it's not Makeship's fault, it's just circumstances that's making these so expensive and a lot harder to buy for certain people. So I feel bad for people that really wanted these that couldn't afford them. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for this video. I know this isn't the most interesting commentary ever, but I wanted to make a video on it regardless, because I did say that if Corporate Clash does anything interesting, like you know, releasing a new boss or BoardBot HQ or does something with Makeship, then I will make a video on it and talk about it. So here I am right now, and at least it hasn't been a full year since I've made any videos on the game. But if you guys want me to return to the game and make more videos on it, I can. I just am not really, I just don't really have that spirit, that motivation to do it again. But yeah, you know what, I wish everyone the best of luck. I hope that the game does get better going forward, and I'm really happy and excited to see another Makeship campaign that's Toontown related come to Makeship. You know, it's really fun. So yeah, that's pretty much it, and I'll see you guys in the next one, and don't forget to buy the plushies. I'll have everything linked below. See you later.